Okay, I thought I'd do something a little different, a little fun. So here's the idea. I signed up for this programming class. It's programming for the cloud, and the premise is that we're getting exposed a little bit to all the different programming languages up and down the stack. And eventually, the idea is that we get this code hosted in a cloud environment. So I'm over here doing some PHP homework. I'm more of a Windows guy, more .NET experience. It's been a while since I've touched PHP. So I'm doing this homework, and I'm like, I gotta test it. I gotta figure out how to get this PHP running on my machine. So I write my assignment. This is a little bit of PHP, and if you're a PHP developer, feel free to laugh at me. This is more script kiddie stuff. And here I got the code running in my browser, and I'm using XAMPP. So XAMPP being the LAMP testing environment for Mac. But it's a bit of a pain in the butt to get running locally, and I'd like to actually see if I can get this running in the cloud. Now here's the thing. At the same time, I'm also kind of reading this book on AWS solution architecture, and I come across this idea, this thing called AWS Elastic Beanstalk. And I'll just read this highlight for you. With Elastic Beanstalk, you can deploy, monitor, and scale an application on AWS quickly and easily. Elastic Beanstalk is the simplest and fastest way of deploying web applications. You just need to upload your code, and Elastic Beanstalk will provision all the resources, such as Amazon EC2, Amazon Elastic Container Services, auto-scaling, and elastic load balancing for you behind the scenes. And I'm like, wow, that's a big promise. If you've played around in AWS, it's a little intimidating. You kind of go to check out their services, and there's a whole heck of a lot of stuff to figure out. You got their computing and the containers and the storages, and cloud is all about infrastructure as a service and platform as a service, and if you want to do it right, you really got to know your networking, your operations, your IT, your hosting. If you're just a software developer, some of this may go a little beyond your experience. But here they've got this thing called Elastic Beanstalk that is going to take a lot of that noise out of the way, so you can just focus on getting an app uploaded. So just like before, I decided to learn what Elastic Beanstalk is by trial and error. I gave it a spin 2 minutes before making this video, so I have next to no experience here, and I thought it'd be cool to show just how little experience you need to have to use Elastic Beanstalk. So here we go. Click on the Elastic Beanstalk link. It takes you to the Elastic Beanstalk section. Let's click the big orange button. It's like, okay, we're going to create a web app, and I'll call it my homework. And I don't need to mess around with no tags, but this is the drop down that's really cool. It's like, well, I'm developing in PHP, so I'm going to select PHP. This is really cool. They got all sorts of environments: .NET, Go, Java, Python, Ruby, Tomcat, Node.js if you're using the JavaScripts. I'm going to go ahead and use PHP here. Again, I'm not much of a PHP developer, so it'd be really nice if someone could just set all this stuff up for me. So here you can just hit go, and they'll have a hello world application for you. Or why not? I'll just upload my homework and see if my homework can run. So here we're going to choose a local file, and it just so happens that I zipped up my homework to turn it in last night. And here's my homework. It's a folder, my name, all the labs, and all these PHP files. It'd be really cool if I could just put all these PHP files into the web. Well, they're looking for a zip file, and I already got a zip file, so I'll just click on this one, and then we'll just say, boom, create an application. Now, this little process, it's going to take about 10 minutes. It's going to give you a little tour, each step of the way. Maybe this is a good time to go get a cup of coffee. I'll speed the video up, of course, but Now, what they're doing here is they're going to set up all the VPNs and the subnets and the availability zones and the load balancers and the auto scaling and the monitoring. And then they're going to set up all the platform, the operating systems with the instances and the LAMP stack. I'm not much of a LAMP guy, but they're going to do all that for me, the Linux, the Apache, the MySQL if I had some database stuff, and the PHP. Okay, so it looks like my environment's been set up. And they have a helpful link right here, or you can click the Go To Environment. I'd like to open it in a new tab. Now here's the thing, it's going to say, oh, forbidden, you can't go there. And the reason why is, well, when I set up the zip file, I zipped the root folder. So I could steal that path. And let's put the full name of the file here. And here it's spinning away. Hopefully that works. And look at that. So in a matter of minutes, I've set up an entire infrastructure environment, deployed an application, and I can actually navigate to the different pages within my homework assignment. So here I've got exercise 8, and I can go to exercise 7. Here we had to do a little calendar, and we can go to exercise 6. So this is a good way if you're working on a team project, you can actually share your files amongst the team, and everybody can see the work you're doing. Here's the thing. Now, Amazon is free for a year. You can go set up an account, but be careful, right? Most of their services are available under their free tier, and they've got nice tracking for the free tier services. But you can go over. Here you can see I've incurred a whole penny of cost. So what we want to do is, make sure to tear down that service when you're done with it. So we'll go back to Elastic Beanstalk, and we'll take this environment, and we'll go terminate environment. And they're going to make you verify it by typing in the name. It's kind of a, are you sure you're sure? Okay, and then we can also take down our application, unless we want to set up another environment for it later. And again, they're going to make you type out the name of the actual application to verify it's okay to delete. And that's it.